So welcome everybody to the Mountain Lakes Public Library Mountain Lakes Community Chinese New Year Cultural Arts Celebration. We've been celebrating the Lunar New Year and the Chinese New Year with different events over the past week, including our giant tiger mask at the public library and our mask kits. And yesterday we had story time, and we also had an amazing cook-along demonstration with Alex and Amy, who are in 4th and 1st grade, and they did a fantastic job making tongyang. So it was so much fun watching them, and they were great. Anytime someone had a question, they were able to answer it and share their family and culture and stories. So it's a great segue to today's celebration with traditional painting and music and line dancing, and we have community members leading everything. So I can't thank everybody enough for making this happen. So, and I know it's virtual and Zoom. Everyone has done an amazing job. So thank you, Mr. Yang, for being here and demonstrating traditional painting. I'm very excited myself. So if anybody has questions, put it in the chat and we'll get to them. I promise. All right, Lynn family, take it away.
So are we still waiting, right?
You can get started.
Oh, we can get started. Yeah.
大家好，新年快乐啊！给大家画画拜年，谢谢香港开始。我先。
We're gonna draw lines today.
Go ahead.
好，现在给大家介绍一下中国画的材料。这个是毛笔，这是笔帘儿，里边是用来画画的中国毛笔，各种毛笔。
So we're gonna go over some ingredients. So like supplies first. This is Chinese brushes, and this is it carries everything. It's like a sushi wrap almost. It just wraps it together, and you can carry all your brushes.
这可以把这个笔卷起来，然后放进来。
Easy to carry.
这是中国的宣纸。
This is special paper. It's different from what you would normally see because it can absorb water like really well. It's just.
这个是镇纸，专门压纸，它是压着好画的这个。
And those are paperweights. You just you can like hold your paper down so it doesn't like move or anything.
这个是砚台，中国传统几千年来使用的绘画工具，这是之一，对。
So that is the inkstone. In ancient times, the ink that we used to draw, it's solid. So like, it's not like the liquidy ones that we use now. You use a stick and you add water to the inkstone and you just mix it around and it'll create the ink that you used to draw.
这是印章，这是中国最有特色的印，皇帝也在用，皇帝叫锡。
And that is the seal. It is used like that. It goes with the other one. It goes with the ink pad that we'll show later. It's to seal like your paintings so that you know who drew it. It's like that.
这个是用那个像玉一样的石头雕刻的，上面名字，雕刻的画家的名字。
Those are made out of jade to craft.
这个是陶瓷的，这在春秋战国时代2000年前都有了这个东西。
哇，
对，
陶瓷
China
那个。
OK，
OK，
这个是印油，这上面可以把这个印章打出来，然后往上签名盖章，就这样。最后我们要演示一下。
This is the ink pad that I was saying earlier that goes with the seal. So we'll demonstrate at the end.
OK， 这其他的颜料，这都基本上大家都知道，水洗笔用的。对。
So this is the water used to help paint, and this is some special Chinese like watercolor ink.
好了，现在我们开始画一个无子登科图来迎虎年，好吗？
So right now we're gonna start drawing the tiger as to welcome and to the new year.
Okay,
那开始啊。
let's get started. Can everyone see us from your end?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep, we can.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure you can hear us and see us. Thank you.
So right now we're using like a small thin brush for like more details, I'm pretty sure.
"是中国古代的小孩子迎新年的一种活动。
Oh, this is ancient little kids
Some way to celebrate Chinese New Year, right?
getting ready to celebrate Chinese New Year.
他这个小孩子的头发跟现在的孩子不一样，这是前面乐队，前面有，然后小男孩、小女孩都会扎一个小辫儿在后边，给他扎起来。
So in ancient times, the hairstyle is different from us. Both boys and girls, they would have like a little bun at the end, like their back of their heads.
他们的衣服跟现在不太一样，是这种对襟的这种小衣服。
And their clothes are also different from what we wear now. It's more traditional.
，When you drawing, should I go to the other side so I don't film it upside down or something? Which way is easier? 都可以啊 Because right now, but it's okay. Let's do it this way. You want to camera it from your end, so they asked us to try to hold it as steady as possible. Yeah, so that's what they are asking.
但是清楚很多是吧？
Is this way better? 好像有点亮一点。
I think so, but everyone else can put in the chat what they think.
Okay, yeah, because I'm using the hand to hold this
Yeah.
self. Oh, I'm not as steady. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I guess now we are looking directly down on the
Yeah,
painting.
yeah, I was
Better, all
filming
right.
other end. I'm sorry. That's
Here's
good.
one better.
Mhm. You want me hold so you can. Okay, this is much better. Okay. 你可以边你要给老师讲解，要不然你去老师那一边
说什么？
没有，他说我拿的没有太稳，
哦，
因为我用手嘛，而且刚才有点 upside down，这回我拿到这边来。
一个孩子。
So this is a child just playing, I guess.
One child.
One child, yes. So now we're drawing a second child to go with the first. With the same type of like hairstyle.
经验很快。
Nora, I have a question. The brushes look like they have a sharp tip, but at the same time, they look soft. So are they,
Yeah. So like there's a lot of bristles, and when they're wet with ink, they kind of like it becomes more sharp, so you can add more details.
老师他们说这个笔看着很有尖儿，但是又很软，
对
是怎么做到的？
它是羊毛和狼毫，狼就黄鼠狼的毛
OK，
放在一起，
I
然后
see
经过大概有100多道工序做的。
OK。
So the brushes are made from
羊毛是鹿
wool
and skunks。
wool and skunk fur, and yeah.
I go through over 100, procedures in order to achieve this level. So what type of game they are playing for the 5 kids?
你得用中文说。
他们在
我说他们
在玩在
，sorry，他们5个小朋友玩的什么游戏？
玩游戏，对，
这什么？
这是画个老虎，
So now
这
we're
是老虎
drawing
的玩具。
a tiger, a toy that the second child's holding.
是那种布娃娃，那种布娃娃举起来，待会儿给它上颜色都看出来。再抢，再抢，还得再抢这个。
So the two childs, they're like kind of fighting over the one tiger toy. Now we're gonna start drawing the third kid. In total, this painting would have 5.
怎么分辨是男生和女生？
没画女孩，都男孩。待会儿画个女孩。
Yeah, just ask a question. How to tell the difference between boys and the girls? And Mr. Yang said so far all these kids right now are boys, right?
一般像这种游戏都是男孩在玩。
So usually these games is played by boys, little boys.
那杨老师会不会画一个女孩子？
对，待会儿在下边画，或者在这边上画一个，好吧？
We are going to draw girls.
I like how much texture you could just see and feel just with the outlines and different brush, I guess, depth of stroke.
Yep.
杨老师，您画画多少年了？
画了6岁开始，50多年了吧？
老师，您讲讲。
So Mr. Yang has been drawing for over 50 years now.
Yeah, he started 6 years old.
He started when he was 6 years old.
应该其实这个也没关系。
嗯，
中国画的特色就是这个中国写意画关系，他看不出来。
嗯，
然后边上再画个小女孩，好吧？
嗯，好。
无字的刻，然后弄细轻一点，看个颜色。像这种画都是想到哪是哪，没有说怎么开始构思啊，没有。
So these type of paintings, you can like feel and like draw whatever you want. Like you don't have to plan out what you want to draw. It's just kind of go with the flow.
Does the ink dry quickly or does it take a long time for it to dry?
No, I don't think it doesn't. It doesn't take that long for it to dry, but also the paper kind of like sucks it in. It's like absorbs the ink.
女生的发型就不一样。
两个小辫儿，别人没有。
So this fifth child is a little girl, and you can tell the hairstyle is different. The hair is longer and has 2 little braids.
那得几把时间。
没事，别着急。
要上颜色了。没事，我可以上颜色了。
All right, after we have like the basic outline, well, not basic, it's just we're gonna start adding some color. This is the and so we're starting to mix the colors a bit.
Okay.
对传统的中国画上颜色吗？还是就是用墨？
也有，不过它不像西画那么讲究。这中国画的颜色就是奇异性，红色的衣服就是红色衣服，没有别的颜色，没有像西画还有环境色啊，什么各种颜色。
So in traditional Chinese paintings, the coloring it's not as detailed as others. It would be like say if the clothes is red, then you just have red. You don't have like shading or others.
《画人物就是脸比较复杂一点，衣服的好办。
The drawing like skin colors and hands is more complicated than just clothing. Ooh, sorry.
到点了吗？
没有，take your time，慢慢来。
We have a couple of messages in chat for anybody who wants to take a look and might be able to answer, including, I think we need one translation. So when Nora, maybe when you have a chance after, or somebody can translate.
好。understand。哦，杨老师，请问什么画用素墨，什么画上色比较好？什么画用？
素墨就画那种比较文人雅士，文人雅士高仕途，就是那些诗人呐，这些演绎的这些古老这种，就是流落民间的那些。
OK。
对，那个好一些，就是沧桑，有一种沧桑的感觉。但是呢，你要用这个素墨也是可以，我上次也是素墨，但是素墨呢，它有一个问题就是容易出现这种效果， 你如果追求这种效果，倒
Okay,
也无妨。事实上，我是追求这种效果，
I see.
我用的大部分都是石墨，
Okay,
我不喜欢的石墨。
I see.
So the question was, which painting would like add color, or which ones would just be the inks? And Mr. Yang replied with, it really depends on how you feel like drawing.
是华人在问是吧？
对，他有中文问的。
嗯
Yeah, when you draw something with more, how to say, 文人雅士就是，
知识分子，
Character.
a person with like a knowledge or something, they use
像竹
the
林七贤那类东西。
就是更高雅一些的。
对，它这个素墨现在不像过去，素墨现在很容易做。
I see.
对，有专门卖素墨的。
Okay.
对，过去是你研的墨用不下，用不完了就剩下的叫素墨，隔了页了。对，现在就是懂行的这个是。
That's a very good question. The person asked.
女孩子像还是个脸蛋的，可以适当的画点红色的，挺好看。
So you can add some red colors to the skin tone, like for red cheeks and like red ears, because like it's cold outside, it's winter, so yeah.
你跟他们说，如果是有问题，可以有些问题可以帮着杨老师翻译，就是那个 chat box。OK。
要是现场画就好了，我当场可以示范一下。
In addition to making beautiful painting like this, would this style of traditional painting make its way into like illustrations in a book?
It could, yeah. And it could be these type of illustrations could be in books.
Yeah, like Ian, I don't know if you noticed or not, like have you watched the Winter Olympic opening ceremony? So lots of factors in the opening ceremony, they introduce this Chinese painting, technique. They put like a, I don't know, like a background, there's different color dripping in, mixed together. So it's used in lots of these type of things.
Oh, thank you for letting me know. You know what? We did not catch the opening ceremony, but I think everything is saved now on the cloud, so we can go check that out. Thank you. Gee,
Yeah, yeah.
that is the nice thing. I think, right, you can go see any Olympic sport event when you want, so we can do that.
Yeah, but I mean, this year, I think they control how many audience out there. Yeah, but they still have a on TV. Yeah, but they it's a wonderful presentation. I highly encourage you to take time and watch it. I watched it on NBC. So. Tiger is more colorful.
这个阴一点儿也没关系，中国画就是要讲究阴一点。
他刚才有个问题，就说这个要花多长时间这个印子会干
？1小时的，干了效果肯定也不一样。 干的效果就不
How long will it take?
So the question before asking how long will it take for the ink to dry, to have it fully dried, Mr. Yang said that it takes about an hour.
The color will change a little when it's dry.
And the color of the paint would change a little after it dries.
Maybe this is a big ask, but maybe we can get the final painting and display and share at the library. If possible.
OK，他问说，如果您画好了，可不可以把这个画儿放到我们的那个图书馆，给大家来分享？
可以，没问题，我很荣幸。
So Mr. Yang said, sure, that could happen, yeah.
Yeah, and it's an honor for him to to have his work shared by our residents.
Thank you. This is it's amazing to watch and fascinating how the outline and the colors come together, bring it to life.
嗯哼。哎，咱那个画衣服上的花纹，
小女孩，
上面的花。
So on the little girl's clothes, again drawing some flowers.
Now, we're in terms of traditional style of painting and elements, there's kids, there's toys, there's the tiger. Now Helen and Grace are getting ready for their to introduce us to unique Chinese traditional Chinese instruments, the guzhang and pipa. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this correctly. Would you draw musical instruments like the guzhang and pipa in these paintings?
Yeah, you
Not
can
necessarily
draw.
this painting, but in just in general.
Yeah, in general, you can basically draw almost anything.
Yeah, anything. 他说你可以在中国画里可以画琵琶呀、什么古筝啊这些东西都有 anything。
Yeah.
你要给他们看看老师教你画的那些东西吗 ？No， 就是什么熊猫啊什么的，我们可以。I don't know. It's so true. So they have different print for different clothing.
Did I pronounce, how do we actually pronounce guzhang and pipa? I'm probably not giving it proper pronunciation.
It's very close. Pipa is like a pipa. Guzheng is guzheng. It's very close. You did a great job.
Thank you, guzhang. Pipa.
Yeah. Mr. Yang is an expert in Chinese painting. It looks like a complicated, but actually everyone can start from knowing nothing.
Yeah.
And there are quite a few kids in our town learning Chinese painting with Mr. Yang. And I mean, they all start from the scratch, and they are having fun doing that. I mean, if we have time, we can show some starter work from Nora.
Starters from me.
喜庆的颜色。
你想想，现在 technique
Adding some
festival color.
festival colors, red and yellow.
你看那个笔是怎么 shake color background.
然后现在也可以画点草地也可以，不会可以。觉得呢？
您的选择，没事。
So
这
but
可
we're
时间来
gonna
不及了。
没事。
we can draw some
草地
ground, like the grass in the ground.
你看那个笔刷，你看是怎么弄的？没有照，你看。
So when you draw different types of things, the brush, like you handle it differently right now, or like the brush is more dry, so you get more texture.
Yes.
中国画是就属于写意画，不是说像西画那样去对很深入的去刻画，就是写的一个意思，咱觉得意思到了就可以了。讲究的写的是精神，写的是精神。
就说 Chinese painting， 一定要。question？ 啊，对，就是说背景像放爆竹一样，就是 firecracker， 有点那种红色的爆炸的那种。
对，基本上是这样的。然后现在提个名盖个章就齐了。
啊，要把名字写上。
So this painting is basically done. Now you can just write.
提款，
是，
但是顾不上，来不及了啊。
像那个
So-
像那个画上会有一个提个款。
So if there was more room or more time, you could write like almost like a slight verse of a poem to go with the painting. And so now we use the stamp.
找个硬点指引。这个有这个印章才能证明这是画家本人的作品，但是不一定哦。现在都造假了。
So using the ink stamp, you can prove that it's the artist's own authentic painting. So now we are almost done. Just gotta touch up some spots.
Fantastic.
Right lane to take the exit to merge onto I-287 south toward I-87 south.
Yeah.
All right, and now we are done. This is the full.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Yang. I love that it's, rooted in traditional painting technique, but allows for creativity, unlimited creativity. So
Yeah, 来，你要跟老师，我让老师 have the 老师 hold it. Oh, sorry. I have a low battery. Okay, can you see it?
yes,
Yeah. And if you see from the background, this painting is in the middle part. In the old traditional way, we have to put a frame like outside of it, and so it's better to present. Yeah, it's nice, very good.
但是它表现还有
Mr. Yang.
对
还有一个程序叫托表。
对，我就是在说
气氛表，就
，yes。
是表它会增加更
怎么讲这个？就是要把它放到 frame 里边儿。
Yeah, traditionalized. Yeah, pretty.
就是装裱很重要。
很重要 Yeah, it's a very important
Very
part. Yeah. So we're pretty much wrap up from our end. After the painting is dried, we will take it to the library and we can, showcase the greatest artwork from Mr. Yang. How about that? Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Yang. That is, I know I learned a ton, and thank you for celebrating your culture with us. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right,
No
thank you
problem.
so much. And thank you, Nora, for your translating, and details, and G for the camera work.
I'm
Awesome.
not too good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're going to get to Helen and Grace on the Guzhang
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Pipa. So let's see. So 1 second. Mr. Maddie, go through the,
Hi, hello.
all right. Who is Helen going first or Grace?
Sure, I'll go first. Yeah,
Who said sure?
me.
Helen? Okay. 1 second, Helen. I'm just going to figure out how to actually remove this spotlight here. All right, Helen, welcome. Spotlight for
Hello.
everyone. All right, Helen, thank you so much for being part of the Chinese cultural arts traditional arts celebration today. So welcome, introduce yourself, explain, and I'm gonna hear some great music. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. So my name is Helen, as you guys probably know by now. Right now, in my hands, as you can see, I have the Chinese traditional instrument called the Pipa. And usually people who don't really speak the Chinese language just say Pipa. And so the Pipa traces back in history for around 2,000 years. And so back then, people would go on horses and play it while on a horse. It was so cool. And also, and it evolved many times too. And today, although it's a very historical instrument, today I'll be playing a very modern and popular theme song, and it's called 赤夜之音. So yeah, happy Chinese New Year, everyone.
I cannot hear a little sound. The sound's kind of a little bit breaking off. Not sure if it's just my side.
Thank you, everyone.
Wow, so that's the instrument is 2,000 years old. It sounds very modern, and I apologize for the phrase, but rocking. It's really good. Thank you. Great. Thank you very much, Alan. All right, we're gonna go to Grace, the Gujan. All right, Grace, hold on one second. Let's see. Hi, Grace. All right, Grace, welcome.
Hi.
All right, we are ready.
Grace, as you probably know, and today I'm playing a traditional Chinese instrument called the guzheng. And this dates back to maybe about like 2,500 years. And mine here has 21 strings, but the oldest version I think had about 16. So there are a lot of different variations of this. Today I'll be playing a piece called A Moonlit Night on a Spring River. In Chinese, we call it 春江花月夜. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you.
Grace, thank you so much. It was phenomenal. How long have you been playing, Grace?
About 6 months, I think.
Oh, wow, 6 months. How about you, Helen? How long have you been playing the pipa? Helen is. Okay, well, that was really wonderful. Thank you for sharing the Guzheng. Thank you so much. All right, great. So we've seen some amazing painting, traditional painting and music, and we are going to finish up today with lion dancing. So I'm excited. Let's see here. Get to lion dancing. So I'm not sure which, let's see. Oh, here we go. I think we're actually in the same. Sorry, let's see. Back to. All right, we're going to learn about traditional lion dance, and we have a great video to share about the wonderful traditional lion dancing. And maybe one day at our future celebration in person, we'll have real lion dancing.
Miss Maddie, do you want me to put on the video?
Yes, take it away.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm going to play the video that was made by our local school called the Wushu Kung Fu Fitness Center in Livingston. And as we know, lion represents power, wisdom, and superiority in China. And it's the lion dance is one of the most important traditions in China. So, and I'm just open up the video about the lion dance. It's a great one. Hope everybody enjoyed that. So share my screen. Check the sound. What about this? Optimize video clip? No? Okay. Share. Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Minimize this one and then go play.
Lion dancing dates back to the Tang Dynasty around 619 AD. It originated as a practice to accompany festivities and ceremonies. To this day, lion dancing remains an important component of the Chinese New Year celebrations and other momentous occasions to bring good fortune and happiness to the people around it. The lion head itself is handmade with a framework of bamboo and wire and is colored with brightly colored paper to connote celebratory practices. The cloth for the body that stretches down to the tail is also very colorful. These days, the lions are often covered with furry materials made of wool and even incorporate lights in the eyes.
It is now
A lion almost always incorporates two dancers, one who is in the head and another in the tail. Both jobs are tiring as the dancer in front needs to be able to lift the head quickly to give the lion expression, while the tail must maintain a low, hunched position. The tail also needs to be strong enough to support the head when doing lion dance lifts. A pull-string pulley system allows the dancer to manipulate the eyes and ears to create the illusion that the lion is blinking. The goal is to make the papier-mâché lion look real. If there is good skill and teamwork between the dancers of both head and the tail, the result is a convincing lion. In the beginning, lions came in two main colors: black fur to signify a younger, fighting lion, and a white fur to represent an older, mature lion of calmness. Lions were also much rougher and much heavier than they already are in the present day. Over the years, lion craftsmanship has evolved to include all sorts of colors and designs based on the purpose, along with the preference of the person ordering the lion head. So as you can see, Mei Shui is a foot song style lion. She's the older, more traditional style lion. As you can see, her head is much larger, and she has a curved lip along the top here, and usually you see more baubles and decorations on a traditional foot song lion. While Fu Ho over here is what we call hook song lion. And if you turn to the side here, you can see the lip protrudes more. It's more of a rounded lip, and hook song lions are usually much smaller. They're made to be lighter for competition purposes. Since its creation, the lion dance has been used in various other ways throughout history. During the Chinese Revolution of the Qing Dynasty, lion dancing was even used as a method of delivering secret messages. While the lion dancers would dance from village to village under the guise of celebration, Chinese patriots would hide messages in the lettuce, from which the dancers would then pick up during the lettuce routine. Fellow members used the code word "Choi Jiang," which literally means get the green, to signal when there was important information hidden in the lettuce. Not long after its origin, line dancing was adopted as a training method for Kung Fu practitioners. The stance work that is rooted in Kung Fu is also necessary to build a strong and lively lion dance. Therefore, high Kung Fu skill builds a strong lion dancer. In the old days, lion dancing even served as a competition to determine the best martial arts school. Because it is such a test of endurance and strength, a dynamic line dance served as a symbol of power and authenticity to the school. This proved to be a great alternative to having students duel, which often ended in grave injury or death of the school's best pupils. Although, even in the present day, serious line dance teams incorporate dangerous stunts as an amazing demonstration of dexterity and skill. These include jumping and climbing high platforms to reach lettuce, and even fire. Doing elaborate routines on the zhongs, or elevated platforms, is still very common all throughout Eastern Asia, where line dancing is practiced competitively. In these areas, practitioners are not only considered cultural dancers, but also star athletes. So as you can see, the lion dance, just like Kung Fu, is an integral part of Chinese history. But that still doesn't answer the question, where did these guys come from? And why do we call them Chinese lions instead of Chinese dragons? It all started when the emperor had a terrible nightmare that he was being attacked by demons. Just when he was about to be overcome by his attackers, a mysterious and powerful animal he had never seen before came and saved him. When the emperor woke up, he told his colleagues about the animal he saw. One of them then said, "Hey, I bet you're talking about the animal from the west, the lion." But of course, in ancient China, no one actually knew what a lion looked like. They didn't have cell phones or internet or all the resources we have today, so the emperor and his colleagues had to use much of their imaginations to think of what this animal in his dream looked like. So that's why you see this is a huge mix of other animals. So they used the lion and also painted feathers from the phoenix on it. They used aspects of the dragon in the lion costume. And if you look on the top of the head, it even has a horn because it refers to the unicorn too. So while we call it a Chinese lion, it actually is a huge mix of many different mythological creatures. Compared to lions, dragons are much longer and more slender in Chinese mythology. In fact, while a lion dance only requires 2 people, a dragon requires minimum 10 people and can go up to over 100 dancers on one dragon. So the next time you go to a Chinese New Year parade, remember, the smaller costumes with 2 dancers each are lions, while the long creature with many more dancers is a dragon. Chinese legend states that the lion is a powerful creature that repels evil spirits using the mirror on his forehead. The evil entities see the reflection in the mirror, is frightened by his own reflection, and then flees from the lion. In turn, the lion dance is considered very lucky and a bringer of prosperity and goodness. It is considered a vital ritual when starting anything new, the New Year celebrations, wedding celebrations, even the start of a new business. In certain cases, there are even lion dances performed at funerals where only a white lion is used, and then burned after the service is over. Before any new lion head is used, it is tradition to bless the lion through ceremony where the lion is brought to life. This is usually done by an important figure or a high-ranking teacher who ties a red ribbon around the lion's horn and then uses red ink to dot the eyes, ear, mouth, and back. This ensures that dancing with the lion head will bring good luck, and failing to carry out the ceremony is believed to have the opposite effect. Overall, lion dancing is an authentic ancient custom that has evolved in various ways across the ages. Not only is it a dynamic and challenging sport, It is a rich cultural art that carries centuries worth of history and shows no sign of dwindling. Lion dancing continues to delight people of all ages. It is a unique mix of athleticism, craftsmanship, and storytelling that inspires wonder and learning in all audiences. So the next time you plan an event, consider inviting a lion to your party and let the drums roll and the lettuce fly.
That was phenomenal. So I'm just curious, have anybody on today's celebration, have they participated in being a lion?
Not really.
No?
Wish I could.
Just curious. Does seem like you have to be very athletic. Being a good athlete does seem to help. A lot of hard work.
Yeah, it's a gauge of how skilled you are for the Kung Fu.
All right, that was awesome. Let's go back here. So wow, it's already 2 o'clock. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the Fu family for sharing the lion dancing with us. That was amazing. Wanted to definitely thank everybody for participating today in all our events this week, and especially today's Chinese New Year Cultural Arts Celebration. Thank you to Mr. Yang, Nora, Helen, Grace, the Lin family, the May family, the Fu family, the Ji family for our awesome cooking yesterday. Aram Kim for a great story time yesterday, and Mrs. Lakoff for all the great tiger masks at the public library. So it's been wonderful. Happy New Year to everyone, and thank you again for being part of the 4th annual Mountain Lakes Public Library Lunar New Year celebration. Any questions before we go? Questions, comments? It was great. Shout it out. Thank you. We had some chat messages thanking everyone. Thank you again. I really appreciate everybody taking their time on Sunday. And of course, to Mr. Yang, Nora, Helen, Grace, the Fu family for getting all the art celebration together virtually. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of the new year. Appreciate everybody on today, and see everybody around town. So enjoy your new year. Bye-bye.
Thank you too. Bye.
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 Bye. Thank you.